Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS layout. And right now we'll be discussing about CSS overflow property. The overflow property controls what happens to content that is too big to fit into an area. The CSS overflow property is the one that can control what happens to a content when it's too big or too long or too large to fit into an area. This text is really long and the height of its container is only 100 pixels. Therefore, a scroll bar is added to help the reader to scroll the content. Like this kind of text now is a very long text. When we keep it inside a container, it's going to be too long, and when you add a scroll bar, it's going to let it make sense for the reader. So I'm going to be discussing about this in more details. So I want you to note one thing right here. When they ask you what is CSS overflow, the overflow property specifies whether to clip the content or to add scroll bars when the content of an element is too big to fit in the specified area. The overflow property has the following values: visible value, hidden value, scroll value, and auto value. By default, the overflow is not clipped. The content readers outside the content box. The overflow is clipped and the rest of the content will be visible. The scroll value means this overflow is clipped and a scroll bar is added to see the rest of the content, and the auto means similar to scroll, but it adds scroll bars only when necessary. And I want you to note one of this right here because it's important. The overflow property only works for block elements with a specified height. And also note that in some operating systems like Mac OS, scroll bars are hidden by default and only shown when being used, even though overflow scroll is set. So I'm going to be showing you some cool tricks, some cool things you can do with CSS overflow in our later chapter. Anwar Akorede ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Until the next.